The little red sign says, "We are alive, we are alive, we are alive," and it is so. And Chicago, right off the bat, tells Trump to fuck off and die. Meanwhile, 54 people died in Chicago because Chicago refuses to allow the National Guard to be deployed. Um, hmm. Seems to me like maybe the governor of Chicago really needs to rethink their position on that matter. Obviously, if my people are dying, I think allowing the guard to come in and restore the peace would be a good idea. 54 people dead, folks, simply because the governor of Chicago or the mayor of Chicago or whatever give Trump the finger. That's it. Oh no, I don't want it because Trump did it. Well, if Obama was offering it, would you take it then? Yeah, yeah, you would. Come on, let's not be stupid here. Yeah, if it was Obama offering to send the guard into Chicago to restore peace, the governor and the mayor of Chicago would be all over that shit. And you know I'm telling the truth, and so do they. But because Trump said it, oh my God, well, it's just so fucking horrible. We can't do that. We can't, and then like I said, 54 people died. Every day that Chicago delays allowing the guard to go in there and clean things up, people are dying. That's the truth. And so the governor and the mayor are just, I guess they're okay with people dying just to give Trump the finger. That doesn't seem. I mean, what if it's your son or daughter that's dead because the mayor and the governor of Illinois and the mayor of Chicago, just they don't like Trump. Are you okay with that? Are you okay with your son and daughter dying just because the governor and the mayor don't like Trump? I'm not. I wouldn't be. If that was my son or daughter that was dead, I'd be pretty pissed off right about now. But yeah, 54 people died yesterday, just yesterday, because, oh my God, well, we can't have the guard in there to restore peace. No, of course not. What a load of shit. If it was my son or daughter, I'd be demanding that the governor and the mayor resign. That's what I'd be doing. And then I'd be begging Trump to send in the guard anyway. But that's just me. But yes, I mean, anybody that doesn't know Chicago's crime rate is out of control hasn't been paying attention. They just haven't. And so, yeah, what's the harm in allowing the guard to go in there and restore peace? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. But yet the governor and the mayor are refusing to allow them to go in. And so 54 people are now dead. Innocent people. See, that's bullshit. But like I said, if Obama was the one that was offering to send in the guard, I am absolutely adamant that the governor and the mayor would be, oh yeah, please, yeah, send them on in. But because Trump did it, oh no, we can't do that. We can't do it. So, and now 54 people are dead. And in more Trump news, well, that was Chicago news actually, but in Trump news, Trump is now saying that uncontroversial vaccines should not be rejected by the American public. Well, actually, when you get digging into the history of these vaccines, you find out that pretty much every one of them is controversial. Having said that, at least they were traditional vaccines where you take a weakened version of the virus and put it in there and use that. Of course, the COVID vaccine is totally different. It uses mRNA technology, which is not, in my opinion, a regular vaccine. And the CDC themselves have said it's controversial. So I mean, but yeah, Trump says, any non-controversial vaccine should not be rejected. Well, a lot of people died for them vaccines. So, maybe want to rethink that, Trump, but whatever. Good morning. Good morning. How we doing? But yeah, man, what about the governor and the mayor of Chicago and the governor of Illinois rejecting them people, rejecting troops after 54 people died? Man, that sucks. So that sounds pretty sick to me, man. But I'm telling you right now, if Obama was the one offering to send the guard in there, they'd be all over it. They would be all over that shit. Absolutely, they would. No doubt. Yeah, 54 people are dead, folks. What if that was your loved one? What would you have to if your son, daughter, father, mother was one of those 54 dead? What would you say to the governor of Illinois and the mayor of Chicago? What would you say to them? Would you demand that the guard be sent in immediately? I think I might. I think I might. I'd say, hey, where's the guard at, man? You know, my relative is dead. Where the fuck's the guard at? Right? Yeah, because they've drugged this out now for weeks. You know that, right? They should have had the guard in there weeks ago. And see, now 54 people are dead, man. It's like, why? Take the governor out and lock him up. You know, and there you go. There you go. The governor and the mayor. I'd take them both out because the mayor's just as culpable as the governor. You know, they both have copped an attitude. You know, just because it was Trump. But see, if it had been Obama, they wouldn't have had no problem getting them guard in there, not one bit. But because it was Trump, they wanted to show their ass and not get those guard in there. And now 54 people are dead. Innocent people, folks. 54 innocent people are dead because the mayor and the governor wanted to show their ass. And that's the only reason they're dead. They could be alive today because the guard would have been posted. Bon, if you had a time traveling machine, when and where would you go? Dude, I would go back and try to correct a lot of mistakes that I made in my past. That's what I'd probably try to do. Probably try to get to my previous version and say, hey, you know, snap out of it, dude, and fix your shit, you know. Yeah, they should build an alligator Alcatraz in Illinois. Yeah, I don't know. Why couldn't it be the trolls that died? Well, the trolls will get theirs. Don't worry. Trolls will get theirs. Speaking of trolls, don't let the trolls stop you from donating and subscribing and liking this video because we need likes, we need subscribes, and we need donations. So we need those things. While you're watching, just click on the subscribe button, click on the like button, and don't forget to donate because donations is what keeps gasoline in my vehicle, folks. I'm literally on the street with nothing. So what mistakes have I made? Oh God, I've made all kinds of mistakes. Well, dude, I was using dude as a general thing, you know. Now, 54 people died in Chicago. 54 people died in Chicago because the mayor and the governor wouldn't allow the National Guard to go in there. I don't know. Is John dead? Really? Is John dead? Oh my God. Rev died while wiping Shanny's rear end. Okay. Okay. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, what mistakes have I made? Oh God, I made all kinds of mistakes, man, as a kid and as a young adult and as an adult even. You know, I made a lot of mistakes. I would go back and I would fix a lot of shit that I'd done wrong. Because I've done a lot of wrong things. I would go back and fix everything. Would have never started drinking or drug use or cigarettes. I would have never started any of that. And then that way I ain't got to stop it, you know. When did you see the video of John driving through the flood? Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? They want to sit there and say my gods ain't real, and then all of a sudden they're flooded out. Gee, I wonder why. Makes you wonder. I will take 21 grams. I don't know what the 21 grams means, but okay. Maybe the gods, wink, wink, wink. Yeah, well, this is what, the second video where he's flooded out? Isn't that true? Isn't this the second video where he's been flooded out? Maybe, you know, it's time to start saying, maybe Bond's gods are real. Maybe they're real. You know, just a thought. You know, the black community supports you, Bond. Well, they better, because I'm on their side. Think I'm on the side of the governor and the mayor? Fuck no. I'm on the side of the people, man. I've always been on the side of the people. And put me into Chicago. I'll clean that shit up. I'll fix everything up, man. I'll put everything back the way it needs to be. Oh, 28 grams is an ounce. I see. Well, don't ask me. I don't know that shit. I'm not good at that shit. I leave that up to other people. I let other people worry about numbers and shit like that. I'm not good with math. I'm not good with math or numbers. Admittedly, I am not good with math or numbers. How do the gods make you comfortable? What have they done? They made a lot of promises. They made a lot of promises, and I fully believe they will keep those promises somehow, some way. Now, do I know how? No, but I believe that they will keep their promises. That's what I'm believing. We need to be Chirac mayor. What? We need you to be Chirac mayor. We need you to be the mayor, I guess. Okay, well. I don't know if I'd be a mayor or not. I don't think they'd let me in. Here's the thing: they won't let me be mayor because they know if I'm mayor, I'll fix things up, and they don't want shit fixed. They're getting all these backdoor deals, and they're getting all this money under the table and shit. You think they're gonna let me go in there and clean all that up? Fuck no. They wouldn't let me in there to fix all that shit. Hell no. Oh, Chicago's called Chirac, like Iraq. Okay, well, right. Well, now I know, and knowing is half the battle, right? It's great to have faith, but sometimes you have to do it for yourself. Well, that's true, but I mean, hard to do shit when you ain't got no money, right? Had all my inheritance stolen, remember? I had all my inheritance stolen. Chirac. Chirac? Okay. Chirac. Very good. But yeah, and then Trump said the other day, he said, it's okay to take non-controversial vaccines. So, okay. Come to O Block in Chicago. I got a place. Okay. All right. Oh, dude, I used to spin jazz years ago. Didn't you know that? Hmm. Y'all didn't know that, did you? I was listening to George Benson before most of you guys was even born. And Muddy Waters and all them guys, man. You didn't even know that shit, did you? Fuck no. You guys don't know nothing about me. See, that's why you don't listen to these fucking trolls on YouTube. You listen to me. Listen to me, man, and you get it right. Listen to the trolls, you get it wrong. Yeah, man, I was spinning jazz years ago. That's the truth. 6400 block of South Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Drive. Well, there you go. In reality, Vaughn, how much longer can you stay like this? The nights are getting cold. That's true. I don't know. I'll find some shelter somehow. Or I just turn the heat on my car. Pull up and yell, King Vaughn is back. King Vaughn is back. And I will know you. Well, there you go. Mm. Also, speaking of which, I need donations. Need some donations, guys. Come on, make my Cash App ring. Now, if you live overseas, you can use what's called Google Pay or Google Wallet, whichever one you got, and it will send the money straight to my Cash App. Is it scary at night? No. What moment were you most scared in your whole life? I'd say staring down a demon is probably pretty fucking scary. I'd have to say that's probably the scariest thing. On King David, you can stay with us. Oh, okay. Cool. Well, yeah, no, it's not scary at night. Why should I be afraid anyway? I got the ETs, I got the gods and goddesses. Why should I be afraid? What do we get for our donation? You get my undying loyalty. You get more content. That when you donate, you're donating to get more content.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I stared down a demon, an actual demon. I did a stupid thing. Okay,
No.
the whole thing got started because I did something really, really stupid. There was a kid at school. Now remember, I'm a skeptic back then. Okay, I didn't believe in shit back then. I'm a skeptic. And this kid at school, he said he knew 3 words that would invoke a demon, right? And so I'm sitting there, I'm like, you're crazier than shit, bro. What are you talking about? You don't know those 3 words. And he's like, oh yes, I do. And I'm like, oh, you're full of shit. And he's like, I'll prove it to you. I'll do it right there in your own damn house and prove it to you. And I'm like, okay. So I got a bunch of my fellow skeptics together, and we all got together and we decided, okay, we're going to put this to the test. So I did it upright, man. I got a Motley Crue out inner sleeve and pulled it out because it had a pentagram on it. So I got put a pentagram down and put the candles at each point, and I was playing Super Czar on the turntable. So I was doing it upright, right? I got all the candles, locked all the doors and windows, and now remember, the room is full of skeptics. Okay, that's important because the trolls always leave that out. But the room was full of skeptics. It was like 6, 7 people in there. Not just me, not just him. Okay. And remember, back then I was a skeptic too. So, there's a whole shitload of us in there. And so I'm like, okay, say your 3 words and we'll
Boring.
see if a demon appears. Well, that was a very stupid thing to do because it turns out he was right. And he said those 3 words. And when he said those 3 words, the room got very dark. It got very cold, and a wind started whipping around inside the room with the doors and windows locked, folks. With the doors and windows locked. And so Smith and Wesson ain't going to help you against a demon. Come on, Matt. That won't help you against a demon. But anyway, so the winds are whipping, the
Why not?
curtains are flapping all over the place, and it's getting cold in there. And I'm like, oh shit, what have I done?
What happened to
You
his
know.
nose?
And so he said yeah, like a
Looks like
poltergeist
the
type deal,
craters on a
right?
moon.
So he's sitting there, and,
I gotta
and
go
I'm
check
I'm
the
sitting there
moon, see
looking at him.
if
I'm
it's
like, holy shit,
smooth,
what have
because
you
all the
done?
craters seem to have
And then it got even worse
been
because
transferred
then
to Von Helton's
these 2
nose.
beady eyes started
And
appearing in the
you're right. He's
corner,
boring. You
and I'm
listen to
sitting
him
there
talk
looking at that,
shit
and
all
I'm
the
like, oh,
time. It's
this can't
starting
be
to
good.
get to me.
And so those
Ah!
little beady red eyes, they started getting smoke around them.
Excuse me.
Okay, the black smoke started swirling around these beady red eyes. And I'm like, holy fuck, that damn thing's trying to manifest. Trying to come into our realm, trying to come into our reality. And it's like, oh fuck. Now, understand, back then I was just the only thing I knew was Christianity. Even though I may have not been the best Christian, all I knew was Christianity. So I grabbed the Bible, and I'm looking for the Lord's Prayer, and I'm sitting there like, and I'm flipping through the Bible. I couldn't find the Lord's Prayer to save my ass. And so I'm sitting there looking for it, and this thing's starting to form. It's starting to manifest. And I'm sitting there looking, I'm hurrying up, and I said,
Well, he's one hell of a storyteller. Although he tells shit stories, but he does tell them.
dropped it. It automatically opened to the Lord's Prayer. And so I
Oh
said the
man, are
Lord's
we gonna go
Prayer,
listen to him
and
bragging
I
about
said,
himself? All he does, he
and then
brags about
something
himself
amazing happened.
over and over and
And
over
this was
daily.
interesting.
He's
This
wonderful.
was
He's fantastic. He's superpower.
soon as I said
He's
the Lord's Prayer, something changed in me. I became
oh
angry.
Jesus.
I was no longer fearful. I was angry. And I started to yell at it. I said, "Get out of my house. You don't belong here." Okay? And we were like
Can
this
you
close
actually
to one
handle
another. We
this?
were nose to nose. And I'm like, "You don't belong here. Get out of my house. This is my house."
Let me check to see if he maybe gets
And
people
at
in
that
later
point,
on.
when I started showing my
Yes,
authority
he does.
as the one who lived there, and then it went down through the pentagram and was gone. So yeah, that was probably the scariest thing. Now remember, there was a whole room full of skeptics, not just me and him. There
We
was a whole
probably have
room full
20
of people.
minutes
They
to
all
wait
saw
until
it.
he gets people in his
All
room.
right. So trolls can't deny it. So
So
that's what they
I
love
guess
to
we'll
do.
be
They love to
waiting.
deny when I
Unless you want
tell
me to
them.
fast forward. Up to you. Everything's up to you.
So that was a big thing
Sammy
for
stream
me.
ahead. Oh
That's
fuck.
probably the
Maybe I'll
scariest
just let
thing,
it run.
because once you face a demon, you're a
and
changed man. I don't care what anybody says.
and
You will never, you will never be the
delay
same if you
having
ever
to deal with
encounter a
Sammy.
real, actual, bona fide demon. You will never be the same again. I
I think
guarantee it,
Sammy
because it's a
Sammy
life-changing
was
event, right?
yeah, shut up, Bond. I think Sammy was ragging on J Dubs, I think, yesterday. I'm not sure, but I'm looking forward to actually listening to Sammy, see what he stands, hear what he has to say about J Dubs. I can't stand him either. He's just a big fucking big mouth and loud mouth and arrogant cunt. I don't like him at all. But compared to Von Helton,
But yeah,
uh,
it's pretty scary. 99% of demons are fake news. Well, you can believe that all you want, Quasi. Oh, by the way, Quasi, welcome back among the living. I thought you was dead. You can't use guns against demons. That's right. Welcome back among the living, Quasi. It's nice to see you here. Grampy Lobster was in the chat yesterday. Yeah, apparently you're dead. Apparently so is Grampy Lobster, because he was in the chat yesterday, fit as a fiddle. Hi, Stinky. Yeah. Who is that? Well,
Grampy
that's
Lobster is as dead as Vaughn's assets.
any news? No good news.
Grampy Lobster exists just as much as Vaughn's assets exist. Grampy Lobster is dead and buried and has been for
That's how you guys made
a
it
year
look.
or two.
If Grampy's gone, then why was he in chat yesterday? Why was he in chat yesterday if he's gone? The White Buffalo wasn't on. It's the Great White Buffalo. Grampy is enjoying your homeless saga. I bet he is. I bet he is. Well, they said Chang 13 died too, and he didn't. He just changed his name to a Volsnet. You made 10,000 on your small business? Well, good. Then you can donate, right? Oops, shouldn't have said that, I guess, huh? There's no reason for you not to donate if you made 10 grand. So drop me 100 in the donation box, man. Come on.
Hey, where's my 100?
Fake Quasi and fake Grumpy. Well, I tell you, a bull's net wasn't fake. It was just Chang 13 under a different name. Cussing me up a blue streak too, by the way. Cussing me up one side and down the other, man. I did look at speaking of Cameo, I looked into Cameo. I Googled it. Cameo is where you go tell famous actors to do shit. Like say Charlton Heston, I'd tell Charlton Heston jump up and down on one foot or some shit, and they do it. It's nothing to do, and you got to pay for that shit too. By the way, you got to pay for it. But yeah, it wasn't. It had nothing to do with me making any money. It was about YouTubers do not. I didn't see anything where a normal person can use it. It's all you go in there and you get actors to do what you want them to do. That's what it is. That's the only thing I saw. And you got to pay for it too. You pay for that shit. It ain't free. But you can get 12% off on your first video. Okay. Yeah, all right. So if people donated $5 or $10, would you jump around on one leg? No, because $5 or $10 wouldn't get me down get me down the road. $5 or $10 is only fucking one gallon or 2 gallons of gas. How's that going to get me down the road? Rest in peace, Cobes. Whoever Cobes is, King Cobra. Oh, you mean Cobra? Mm-hmm. You guys use abbreviations and it throws me off. Von, you have to understand business. Yeah, I know. I only took 2 years of business administration in school. What the fuck do I know, right? What the fuck do I know? I just took 2 years of business administration in school. 2 years of business administration, 2 years of real estate law. But I don't know what I'm talking about, right? Right, guys? You know nothing. Yeah, well, if I don't know anything, why are you here? What's showing? What's showing? What's not showing? It's not showing. What's not showing? Got to clarify. God damn, Bond, be grateful for what you get. $5 or $10. Yeah, $5 or $10 don't even move the needle on my gas line. What are you talking about? Hop for $5. Yeah, huh? Why am I in a house and you living in a car? I don't know. You tell me. You tell me. I mean, do I need to clear the? I need to clear the chat, I guess. Damn. Hey, Vaughn. Looks like fall's coming. Yep, sure does. Let's get out of the sun a little bit, though. Damn. Does not matter. It's still better than zero. Well, that's true. You can't clear me. I'm a ghost. Yeah. Well, watch this shit, motherfucker. You can't clear me. Yeah, that sounds like a challenge. Bye. Be grateful for what you get. Yeah. Well, that's true. All right. So we got rid of the supposed fake quasi. Okay. Where's the fake? Where's the fake Grampy then? We'll get rid of his ass too. $5 can get you from A to B. No, it won't either. It's only 1 gallon. 1 gallon of gas won't get you far. I found that out the hard way. Read your question. What question? I missed your question. They're scrolling so fast. I missed your question. Let me go up here. If you had to be on a deserted island with one troll, who would you choose? None. None. Because none of these trolls are worth my time. 30 miles. Well, if you want, here's the thing, 6 of the 7th. Getting trolls to pay me is like pulling teeth anyway, because the only people that the trolls want to give donations to is secular opinion and drunken peasants and the geek room and people like that. And, they're the ones they want to give donations to. They don't want to give me a donation. I don't know why. They just don't. They'd rather see me out on the highway with no gas. And that's why they don't donate, right? That's why they don't donate. Looks like the total failure of a man. Well, the good, then you don't need to be here, right? See ya. Bye. None. Thanks for reading my question. You're welcome. I'm from Europe, so I can't really tell if $5 is enough. At least here, five euros is enough to get from A to B. Well, things. Well, see, things are different in Europe than they are here. So, I don't know. Maybe in Europe, buying 1 gallon of gas will actually get you somewhere. But see, here in the States, it wouldn't get you very far. Won't get you very far at all. But maybe in Europe it does. I don't know. Maybe it does. Puffy face is caused by sugar buildup that causes water to build up under the skin. Well, that's nice and all, but I'm actually losing weight. You need to get back to a Commonwealth state. Yeah, probably do. Probably do. By the way, if you live in Europe, you can hit Google Pay or Google Wallet, and it will get the money straight to my Cash App. Is there any other? I said Google.
How much of his time?
Google Pay and Google Wallet is international.
Oh, shut up. How much of his time online does he actually spend telling people that anybody in the world can now donate to his Cash App because he's got Google Wallet, and he goes on and on and on and on and on about it. Yet at the same time, he gets nothing. How do you square that? Let's see if he's got an answer.
Yeah, just like they said Chain 13 was dead. He ain't dead. And I'm dead. That's a fucking lie.
I can't wait for somebody to join him, so just to relieve the monotony.
Over into the driver's seat. Driver's seat. Ooh, driver's seat. Yeah. Driver's seat. Ooh, driver's seat. They switch seats here.
Where's the people coming? Oh, okay, they'll be in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Can we wait 5 minutes? I know I can't
Okay.
because this guy.
There we go. That's better. That's better. Huh.
Huh?
Yes.
Huh?
How long till you get monetized? Well, you got to have 1,000 subs. That's how you get monetized. You get monetized when you get 1,000 subs. So I got to have 1,000 subs, dudes. Again.
That's not true. You get monetized when you do two things. Number one, you get a 1,000 subs, and then you can apply for monetization. But there is something else. You can't just get 1,000 subs. You need to have something like 4,000 watched hours or something like that as well. Although I mean, he's probably got it. So, but even when he does get monetized, he's going to fuck it up. By the way, I got monetized not that long ago. As you can tell, probably by the new buttons and whatnot. Yeah, just so you know. I see.
Banning everyone loses views. I don't ban everyone. I only ban trolls.
That's everyone.
I only ban people that talk shit. I don't ban good people. People that come here with good intent, they don't get banned.
I'd like to see how
People
long
get
his
banned
block
are
list
trolls and
is.
haters.
You know what? You just go and eat and stop fucking chewing in my ear. Finish eating, get your people in, and stop chewing in my ear. Let's go to the chat. Come on. Let me just mention names. Lady Starfire, you were first. Welcome. Way to go. Then there was, oh my god. Oh, the guy from Iceland, or the woman from Iceland. Because you know how I realized that? I recognize that? I used to watch, I used to. I watch a lot of soccer and international soccer highlights on the women's, in the women's games. I've watched Iceland, and I've noticed that on the team players' names on the back on the Iceland, on the women's anyway, they all had a long name, and it was something something Dottir. Every single name, it seemed, had this beginning, and at the end, Dottir, Dottir, Dottir. That's why I see your Borhildur Friedlife Dottir, and I kind of think you're from Iceland, or that's an Icelandic name. Frack Skull 1313, how you doing? Gestapo Mulaya. Hey. Chris Stones is back. His face is rotting. He looks like a zombie. Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, I think zombies have better manners. Not just the cat. You pissed off Vaughn and got banned? No. No. You must be the first one. And good day, Sir Cat. You told him that you made 10,000. Good, good, good. Oh, you got comments coming up on Vaughn, on his chat. I'm waiting. Flubus Cartel. You're right. Vaughn's live streams are so boring. But then again, you're watching his live stream through me, and I'm not much more exciting than Vaughn, I don't think. Sunnyside. His content sucks, and I hope nobody's giving him money. Even a penny is too much for him. I 100% agree with you. James Morgan says he must think everyone is extremely stupid. I don't think he thinks at all. Yeah, Flubus, his EBT card is his lifeline, isn't it? Baptized in fire, how are you doing? Which timeline didn't match? I don't know. Kent, well, he changed his shirt and Jack, ugh, can you imagine what? Anyway. Anyway, let's see what he's got to say.
Where?
Oh, he's trying to get people into his. He only lasted 2 days in the blouse. That's funny. I bet you still got that blouse. James thinks he's a master manipulator and that everyone is dumb. Yep, he does. And I don't think his jacket has been washed, Chris, either. Yeah, who's coming? Oh, Troll.
Hi, Vaughn.
All right, Sammy, what's up?
Hey, Vaughn. Good
Hey,
morning.
what's going on? Good morning. What's up?
Or is it? Yeah, well, yeah, it's still morning. We are. Well, you know
Yeah.
what? I'm watching what's happening.
Hey,
I'm
Bones.
watching what's developing.
Stop it. What are you
And
doing?
all I can think of, everything's lining up. There's a convergence. And I'm not being hyperbolic or I'm not exaggerating or
No,
being
stop it.
alarmist about things.
Mhm.
I genuinely feel that things are about to develop to the point where we're reaching a crescendo. We're reaching a head.
So, my dog is barking at her boyfriend, the cat, from across the corridor. Now, the cat is sitting up on a ledge, and now the dog's barking at me because the cat's on a ledge. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, I said hello to Bones. Look at him gum that chicken. Charlie girl, how you doing? Charlie, when he's eating, do you live in Canada, Sydney? Yes, I do. When did I move to Canada? Decades ago. Who's muted? Oh, he's not muted. I muted him.
Like doom and gloom. Kind of a
Does
fear
Sydney
porn
ever read
entertainment.
his chat?
I'm not.
Right.
I'm not about that.
Right.
But
Good night.
anyway, what
Choke, buddy,
what I was
choke.
telling John, I'll tell you. Maybe you missed it. But
I'm not an expat. I am a
telling side
Canadian.
is that when this war in Israel is finally over, it will signal a paradigm shift, a real sort of like cutoff point to where you'll see the heavy hand of God really taking hold of the planet.
Mhm.
And where that's why I said to myself, and now I'm saying it to myself because I'm keeping a very close eye on it, that it is really, really close. Because I told John, I'll tell you, the war is metaphysically linked to the process of redemption and messianic revelation.
Well,
And now,
yeah, that's the reason.
yeah. So if you want to talk about the end of darkness, the end of the oligarchical families, the end of the financial elites, the end of the manipulators, the end of the demonic Freemasonic movement, the all these evil movements that have been lurking in the shadows for the longest. You want to call them Illuminati, you want to call them the royals of Europe, you want to call it the mafia that's always been in the Vatican, whatever what started off as a virtuous movement as far as the Templars, and then they became a rivaling group to the monarchs of Europe and to the Vatican, and they became powerful enough. They went underground, and they formed an alliance with the Freemasons, and they became part of the financial elites. The bankers and the Rothschilds married into them, and they're part of these secret societies as far as the Sabbateans and all the other, even the Islamic secret societies, the Donmei of the Ottoman Empire. All these things, all these powers that lurk in the shadows that are not so much in the shadows. They've allowed them. They've actually uncloaked, or they've allowed the common folk to see them, and it's also because of the information age. that we can see them more accurate, more clearly, understand who they are, and how they've been lurking in the background for the longest, manipulating, social engineering everything.
Well,
This is coming to an end. This is going to end.
no, people are telling me, oh, Vaughn, that destroyer ain't coming. That destroyer ain't coming. I said, dude, have you seen that painting that King George made? I mean, it's pretty obvious. I mean, it's pretty obvious.
Blood red.
He's sitting there bathing in blood, and when you back away from the painting and look at the painting from a distance, his hands look like skeleton hands.
Yeah.
Well, that ain't by coincidence.
Right.
That's not a coincidence. It was done that way. And then the kicker is there's a little tiny monarch butterfly sitting on his shoulder. Well, what does that mean?
The butterfly!
First of all, it means the butterfly. Huh?
No, but did you see this little, very strange and very odd and very eerie event that took place in London, where these horses of the Royal Guard kind of ran loose through the streets of London, and they were bleeding, and they were like covered in blood, and they were like really sort of like what's the word for when a horse really rides hard or runs hard? Galloping. They were galloping hard. They were galloping, and they were like yelling. Black and white horses of the Royal Guard there that were somehow got free and were running through the streets of London. It was very eerie. I don't know what that whole thing was all about, but I'll tell you something.
I missed that. Shit.
Yeah. But I'll tell you something. I'm listening to this geophysicist. He's got a very popular channel on YouTube called Stefan Burns. Yeah. And he goes in depth. He's a spiritualist also. He's also into Eastern religion and Eastern philosophy and meditation and spirituality. He's kind of like a hippy dippy guy, but he's smart. and
hello again. I just want to get back to the chat. Somebody mentioned emo, howling wolf. Well, you know, I mean, I've heard of emo as well, but the only, Copes and emo and all those guys that I've never ever personally actually watched. The only time I've ever seen emo and Cobes and any of these and what's that other game, Cyrax, whatever. The only time I ever seen those guys is when I happened to catch them on a secular opinion stream or video. That's it. So I don't know anything about them other than what I've seen on Sex Channel.
Incredible, scientific credentials, the cred. And he said it will appear like a big red, star in our skies, and it will sparkle. And even in the Zohar, in the Kabbalah, it said it will.
Does anybody out there know who this Father J21 is? Because I've heard Father J, and I've seen old videos with Father J. Now I don't know if it's the same Father J21 or the Father J that from Vaughn's past. Father Judgment. I don't know who that is. I've never heard of him or her. Him. It. Whatever. Help me out if you can.
The fact that there's a building of it already. I mean, you just watch the news. Everywhere you see floods and hailstorms, these big frickin' hail.
So Father J is Schneider Handyman? Because I remember Schneider Handyman. You just brought back a memory. I haven't seen him for years, but I remember him. He was actually very good. I don't know what happened to him. Is he still around?
What have you? That already. I think that already came and went. We had the Nemesis a binary sun already, like over the past many years. That was very visible. That was not a hoax. That was the footage.
Noah Pappas was very real. and it's apparently swung by us in 2024, 2025. And they said if it hit a certain window, that it would slingshot around the sun and nail us in the ass and destroy the earth. But that never happened, apparently.
No,
So
it's not going to happen. That's not what's going to happen.
so we're good. So we're good.
No, there was a. Derek, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
But I'm just going to say, you know, that huh? What? Somebody say something?
No, I was only going to ask one. So you believe in the sun, but you don't believe in space? I'm just checking.
Well, I'm going by what everybody else, you know, everybody accepts space as real. And so I'm using it because everybody else is using it. But I don't believe in space personally. I think these things are coming from past the ice wall. There's huge swaths of land just beyond the ice wall. Rockefeller ice wall, is it? Oh, yeah, it's Rockefeller ice wall.
Have you?
I haven't caught a J-Dubs live for a while. I guess he goes live if I miss it, and he goes private with it afterwards. Then you know, it's not available. I don't know if he's done any lives since Vaughn left. I think he's done one, but I don't know for sure.
This is where we don't see eye to eye on everything. I believe there's space. I believe we're in a galaxy. I believe there's a solar system. I believe there are stars. I believe
done several.
That there is a binary a sun that the Earth is connected to, and that thing comes by and it swings by and it makes itself visible. And that happened over the past many years. And it was documented all over the planet, all over the world, from many different locations. And they tried to mock it, debunk it, say that it was like a flare or camera distortions, and they tried everything in possible to say that this thing was not real. But there were too many locations, too many people. And they spotted the binary sun, and what it was a dead solar core. It brought in other solar cores into its sphere, into its magnetic sphere, and it created a dead binary solar system that interacted with our solar system. And once it got close enough to the sun, to our sun, it was ignited and it turned into a second sun. And it was seen for years, very close to the sun, and even very distinctly. The footage is still online. I mean, even in London on an overcast day, people from many different, locations in the city. There was like a sandstorm from the Sahara that blew in over Europe, and it created this overcast skies, like a real eerie orange skies. And then all of a sudden in the sky appeared another light source right next to the sun. And people were trying to dismiss it. And it's like, yeah, go fuck yourselves. That's not some anomaly or some visual sort of like hocus pocus. What would you call that?
Mumbo jumbo. Hocus pocus, mumbo jumbo.
They tried to pass it off as all bullshit, but it wasn't. It was real. Okay. And so
well, Germany built an artificial sun and put it up there. You know that, right?
And whatever, but I'm saying this comet, 3-eye Atlas, it's acting very strangely, and it has very strange metallic properties, and they're all making a big,
My little terrier is the best in the whole world. She's the cutest and the prettiest, and she's got a kitty friend, and that's why she's acting weird today. Not like she doesn't act weird every day.
Is not normal, because somehow
What's not normal?
it's deliberately avoiding the gravity well of every planet and even the sun, and which is impossible. I mean, if it's just a rock going through space, it's eventually going to hit something's gravity well
Right.
and get altered. Well, somehow the trajectory of this thing purposely avoids the gravity well of every planet in our solar system, and the sun and the sun also.
And it's
So now, how is that possible?
It's also, you have to mention that the trajectory of this so-called comet is almost in line with the solar elliptical of the solar system, meaning it's coming
Correct.
in on a direct straight path through the lines of the planets, through the elliptical straight that connects all the planets and the sun, and it's flying in a direct path through them.
Okay. All right. You guys keep the fort down. I got to use the restroom. I'll be right back.
All right.
Poor Vaughn. What does Sammy got to say before we carry on here?
Sure.
What are you gonna do when now that Vaughn and John are divorced for all time? I don't think they're ever gonna get together again. Are you gonna have material to cover?
Oh, it's no offense, but it's better without J Dubs. Like J Dubs did kind of stream pretty well from the car, but he kind of I don't know. You know what he's like. He's just weird.
Oh, well,
Like he's not.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
What?
go on.
He's not what?
Oh, I just say he's weird and he's real hot and cold. Like he's not stable, you know.
Right. Okay. Well, that didn't make for good viewing or entertainment as far as it was disturbing. He was a bit disturbing, too disturbing.
Yeah. Well, I guess we're into that, but like now you got Von flying solo. It's a little bit more interesting, but he's letting on all these drunk idiots. Like,
Oh yeah, that Irish guy. What's up with that this Irish guy? What's his story?
Oh, I don't know him at all. Like I was just taking a stab in the dark that he's like. You don't see too many people with a fridge full of Guinness underneath their table. He's like an Irish stereotype. Like you know what I mean? Yeah, like sometimes the stereotypes are real.
Well, so you're an Australian, right? You're an Aussie. That's an Australian accent you got.
Yeah, that's right.
I got you. All right. Do you live in Australia or are you living in Canada?
An Aussie.
No, I live down here, but I've lived in America before.
Oh, all right. Well, things are really, moving fast in Australia as well, as far as the government over there, and the.
Tell me about it.
I think they're really flying off the handle as far as allowing the Islamists to run wild in their country. I mean, if anything, I thought the Australians would be a little bit more right-wing conservative, and they won't let their government ass rape.
Yeah, all right. So if he's talking about the Muslim invasion, let's talk about the Muslim invasion. What do you guys think about? Well, let me talk to the women. Charlie Girl and Kristen and who else? Harry. There's a new name. How you doing? And who else is a female that I can recognize? Because I got a question for you all. Donna, you're there. I think I got all the girls, but I got a question for you. Question for you is, considering that everybody's ignoring the Islamists and letting them parade through their cities and run amok and have parades and the kill the Jew flags are all over the place, What do you think of, and it's going to come, if you guys don't do anything about it, it's going to come, that the laws are going to change where you women are going to have to toe the line and you're going to have to cover up. That means no short skirts. That means no arms exposed. And that means your head is always wrapped in material, linen or whatever they make that shit out of. I think by the non-response to the Muslim invasion by all the, I guess, woke liberal kind of people who say, "Oh, come on in, come on in," I think it's all going to backfire. And if you don't do anything about it, if you don't speak up, protest, get rid of the Muslims out of North America, literally get rid of them. I mean, you know who they are. The extremists, of course, and those that support them, get rid of them. Get rid of them. Otherwise, like I say, you girls are going to be walking around wearing the hijab and the niqab and the burqa and the whatever schmutta they come up with to control their women. Do I really think that making you cover is worse than your bodily autonomy? I don't understand that. I think making you cover up is the worst thing ever. I don't know what you're talking about, bodily autonomy. I don't have bodily autonomy. Why should you have bodily autonomy? I'm just really being facetious there, Charlie girl. You're not doing either. I know you're not. But when they force you to, you will have to comply or die. Look what's happening. That's what's happening in Iran. That's what's happening in, of course, in Afghanistan. All these places that are overrun with Islamic governments and stuff. It's all gonna eventually, if you don't do anything about it, it's all gonna hit Europe. It's already hit France and England. It's not looking good. And where's Vaughn? Why is he taking so long? Why is he taking so long to take a piss? Maybe you went to. You can't. Yeah. Well. Okay, Charlie girl. When it comes to abortion, okay, and it comes to bodily autonomy, yes, you have every right to do whatever you want with your body. I agree. But there's other things with abortion that it's not just an elimination of the fetus. There's got to be a trauma, a psychological trauma, emotional trauma attached. And I don't think anyone ever realizes that. And Vaughn's back. So I'll carry on if you want when he's done.
The Israel issue in this chat specifically, but I'm more worried about one man's survival, Vaughn's survival.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I'm a tough old bird. I'll make it.
You need a plan B. That's all I'm saying.
For gasoline, I'll be fine. That's the thing. As long as I get donations for gas, I'll be just fine.
EBT and donations for gas.
I'll be just fine.
He's rocking.
I'm worried about your heart condition. I bet you Sammy wouldn't be living in the car if he had chronic heart problems. You know what I mean?
I didn't.
No, if I was back in the United States, if I was back in the United States, if I was stupid enough to move back there, knowing that the place is condemned until the Jews leave. Right. The only state that I would ever consider moving to is Florida. That's it.
Yeah.
Only Florida.
Yeah, because Florida has a governor that actually gives a shit. That's why. That's exactly why. Ron DeSantis actually gives a shit.
Right.
And I'll be honest with you, I ain't seen a whole lot of improvement from any other governor in any other state other than Ron DeSantis. Now, I don't know why, but I just haven't. Because
I can see Sammy as a Florida man.
Ron actually gives a shit. Absolutely. I can't say that. I mean, well, look at the governor of Chicago. Does he give a shit? No. 54 people are dead. Is he doing anything about it? No. He's not doing shit about it. So now see if that had happened in Ron DeSantis' Florida, Ron DeSantis would have had the guard out there immediately to find out why them 54 people were dead. And that's a fact, Jack. So, I mean, there you go. You know.
Well, Trump is cracking down, and you know what? What he just said recently, I heard him speak again in the Oval Office during a live press conference. He said, "I've given the police a free hand, and I've given
Yeah.
the feds a free hand, and you're not going to
Yep.
be abusing the cops, and you're not going to be abusing the feds, and you're not going to be abusing any of them. You spit at
Right.
them, you spit on the police officers, you spit on the federales." And you're going to get your bones broken. There's no, and they're gonna have litigation protection. The laws are going to change. You know, I'm watching all these videos of cops all over the country getting shot and shooting people dead, and they have to be nice and politically correct about it with the body cam, the footage that they have on them. They have, a guy's coming at them with a knife or a gun, and they have to follow protocols. And Trump is now giving them the freedom to those protocols are being sort of watered down or sort of like softened, so they don't have to follow.
All right, let's talk about something that Bones is. Bones is prodding me. Apartheid, AWB, Eugene Terblanche. I don't know, dude. You're 30 years, 40 years behind me. I moved on. You know what I mean? But you asked me. What did you ask me? You asked me something that got my attention. Oh, yeah. You're asking me questions about South Africa and whatnot. Okay. I am absolutely prepared to tell my story, and I will, in a series of live streams, hopefully, where you guys can ask me whatever you want. However, I am going to do it as a membership-only series of live streams. Anything that I do anything that I put out there personally about my life, and it's been a long one, and I've done lots of things, I've got lots of stories, but everything I do will be under membership only. I'm sorry about that, but I think that's the only way to keep the trolls out and to keep it from being manipulated in a way I do not like. Okay? So, yeah, that's going to start soon.
Well, everybody.
So get your memberships.
How many sick?
They say I'm going to turn into a human popsicle. Well, if you think that, then why are you here listening to me? I mean, holy shit.
Well,
anyway, what were you saying, Sammy?
Hey, Vaughn, when they say that, it doesn't mean they want it to happen.
Why would they say it if they don't want it to happen?
Okay, Bones, you got your answer. Very nice.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
listen, even Sammy will agree with this. When you speak words
Out
over
of
somebody,
my chat,
when you speak words over somebody, you're putting a
white
spell on them. You're
supremacist
casting a spell on
bastard.
somebody when you do that.
I know what you mean.
Okay.
No, you got to consider.
Oh, hold on. Oh, Charlie, you haven't subbed yet? Oh, my God. What are my political leanings? I don't know. Rule of law, really. Yeah, rule of law. I'm a individual rights first kind of a guy, First come my individual rights, and then comes everything else. So does that answer a question, Charlie? Charlie girl? Okay, Bones, I won't take things so seriously. I'm so sorry I took things so seriously. Okay, Charlie, ask me something more. Oh, you become a member for... Well, if you become a member for private, then whatever we do, whatever we talk about in a live stream, and if it's members only, it's going to stay members only, even after we're done. And I even have stuff out there that is members only. So... It's not that there's nothing there. It's not that it's not a waste of, what is it now? $15 a month, I think. It's a lot of money, I guess, but I figure people donate $1 here, $1.99, $2 here, la 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 la. Maybe over the month they hit $15. I don't know. It's this is all new to me, and I'm not really all that focused on it because I'm not here. I don't do my YouTube channel is not for the money. If it were, I would have stopped long ago. But we'll carry on. We're missing a lot of this incredible content from the Von Helton channel.
And I bet YouTube hasn't either, okay? So quit coming up with stupid shit. The West will kill you, Von. Yeah. Okay.
Don't go down. Don't go down to the border region of Arizona.
Well,
don't go live in Tucson. Tucson is a shithole. Tucson is that's where I lived. It was an absolute shithole. Don't go there. Mm-hmm. Stay in northern Arizona. Stay in the area, the Phoenix area, or outside in Flagstaff and those areas, or by the Grand Canyon area. The state parks there are incredible.
Bones, I have been on YouTube since at least 2012. I think I went back and I saw my first attempt at going live was sometime in 2012. It lasted like, I don't know, 60 seconds or something. And then I didn't go live again for until 2015. And 2015, I kind of hit my stride. So really, I've been a regular on YouTube since 2015, which is 10 years. Correct.
That sounds just like me. There he gets snow and cold winter, Flagstaff. Okay. You have 12 likes. Yeah, well, that's not 50 likes now, is it? Or 60, excuse me. That's not 60 likes. Come on, folks. There's no reason. I mean, the like button and the subscribe button are literally under the video.
What's the deal with the likes? I mean, why does he watch the likes? I've never ever, all my 10 years of being on YouTube, I've never actually ever watched the likes. And I don't understand why anybody would. If somebody likes it, they like it. If they don't like it, they say they don't like it, or they say nothing. I mean, that's the way it is. Why prompt people? That's why I can't understand why people say, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, donate, da-da-da-da-da-da, at the end or the beginning or the middle of every stream. I find it embarrassing. When I'm watching a stream and at the end they say, don't forget to like and press the bell and notification. I think that I get embarrassed and I just roll my eyes. So you probably won't hear that from me.
Kate's getting your attention. Okay, whatever. Anyways, but yeah.
How you doing there?
Getting back to the topic, though. I mean, the destroyer, is now. Let's be clear. Is Atlas the destroyer? I don't know, but the fact that this object, according to the experts, not according to me, according to the experts, this object is exhaling carbon dioxide. Well, obviously it's alive if it's doing that shit, right? Common sense will tell you that. So this is a living creature of some kind that has wandered into our solar system and wants to hang out, I guess. I don't know. I mean, they're saying it's parked behind the sun, and that it won't come out from behind the sun until what is it, like the 28th of October or something?
No. I did a lot of research on this. It's not quite. It has a bluish hue right now. When it's viewed through telescopes, and they're keeping an eye on it. All of the astrophysicists and geophysicists, astronomers, and what have you. Right. It currently has a bluish hue. It's on an approach to the planet Mars. Right. It's going to sweep by the planet Mars on September 9th, which is a few days from now. And then once it starts its path, its travel, it continues through the solar system, it will become hidden to us from the planet Earth.
Yeah.
But the interplanetary satellites that are out there, like Hubble and James, what's his
Webb.
name? That
James Webb.
one satellite.
James Webb.
James Webb, and all the other. There are a bunch of different telescopes out there.
Right.
In the solar system that were launched out there that will keep that thing within sight. It'll still be visible.
Oh, even if it's hiding. Wait a minute.
Not
Wait a
from the
minute.
planet Earth, but
Okay, hang on. Even when it's hiding behind the sun, they'll still be able to see it. Because I was told that the trajectory.
There are instruments that can keep.
They can't keep up with it. Okay, well, because what I was told by experts is that it's
going
to
be visible from the planet. No,
right. It won't be visible
from
See you later, Bones.
It's literally hiding behind the sun and won't be visible again until like October 29th or some shit. Something like that.
Not yet. Well, not yet. It hasn't. It hasn't gone. It hasn't gone behind the sun yet. It will in a few days, in a week from now. All right. And once it's no longer visible from the planet, it can be tracked by interplanetary satellites that are, the telescopes that have been launched out into space, into the outer parts of the solar system, will still be able to track it and send information back to Earth that basically will keep it under observation. But this one guy, Stefan Burns, that I listened to, he gave an in-depth description of what will happen when it does come around the sun and it becomes visible from the planet again. Guess what happens to it? It loses this bluish hue, and it develops a reddish crimson hue, and it will appear like a frightening red star.
Right.
You should watch his video on it. It was from a few days ago. And it will be large in appearance, and it will be visible in the daytime. He said his
in the daytime.
His little sort of
well, now wait a minute.
His video in
yeah, but wait a minute. Hold on. I thought that Atlas wasn't even going to be anywhere near us. It's like 1 to 1.5 to 2 distances from us.
AUs. Yeah, AUs.
Thank you.
But the thing about it is, it's about like 20 kilometers wide in length.
They say it's huge.
But it's like something between 12 and 15 miles long.
Yeah.
But the plume that's developed around it, the plasma coma in the technical kind of lingo, the aura around it is huge. It creates a visible sort of a kind of like shape. All right, and it's even, get this, it's symmetrical. It developed a round, symmetrical aura around it, or a plume, or a plasma coma.
Correct.
And within that plasma coma, and within that, the Stefan Burns said, what has grown inside the plasma? Crystals, reflective crystals.
Correct.
All right. So once it comes around the sun and it becomes visible, it will be large and looming in the sky. It won't be a small signature. It will be huge. It will be visible. And once it becomes visible, it will sparkle because of those crystals.
Because of the crystal. And it's self-illuminating, according to A.B. Loeb. It's self-illuminating. Yeah. It's self-illuminating. It's okay. Well, now, let's put this together. It's
got a light source. It's internal light source.
Okay. All right. So let's put this together. All right. This thing, it's shedding carbon. Okay. And it's exhaling carbon dioxide, and it's self-illuminating. Okay, that tells me that it's some kind of living organism. That's what that tells me. But I don't know. I mean, but that's what I'm concluding. But
It is it is an interstellar anomaly. They can't explain it away.
They can't explain it. Yeah, they can't explain it. They tried. They tried.
But I have my source. My source tells me that this is the sign that God sends for His Messiah being revealed, for the one Jewish Messiah. Who is not the Jesus, is not Jesus, is not the Mahdi, the Muslim Mahdi, which is the Jesus again. That horseshit has been blown out of the water. Me and John did a lot of work. I have to credit John if he's listening. Thank you for the platform. Thank you for the patience. I hope you get psychiatric therapy and assistance.
If you're listening,
I don't want you to lose your mind. I don't want you raping or murdering anybody. I don't want you committing suicide. God forbid.
That's right.
Go take care of yourself.
Get a doctor,
anyway,
man.
in our Jewish mystical beliefs, this phenomenon signals the arrival. This thing signals the arrival of the Jewish Messiah, and it coincides and it lines up with the end of the war, which I told John, I told you, this is metaphysically linked to Messiah and.
Don't we just hate this kind of bullshit talk? I'd kind of really prefer to just listen to nothing than listen to any Messiah and God and this and that and the other. Because I want to tell you something. You guys might not know this, but I'm sure you do. That I am a Gnostic atheist. I'm a very strong atheist. I'm an atheist that says 100% there is no God. I'm an atheist that says there is 0% chance that a creator God exists. And that's where I stand. So when I listen to this nonsense, the Messiah and the Jewish and the this and the Jesus and the Christ and the Lord and the blah, 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 it bores me to hell, knowing that it's all folklore, it's all hereditary tradition, but there's absolutely no thought from generation to generation to generation to generation for 2,000 years. There's no critical thinking skills passed down the line. I think that is it's a very sorry reflection of us as human beings with brains, how we waste it. All right. Rant over.
I should be better now.
That's better. What'd you do?
I just hopped out and hopped back in. That's all you got to do. Anyway, you got the blue Kachina, okay, which is the way it looks now. And then once it comes out from behind the sun, it's going to be the red Kachina.
Exactly.
And so that plays prominently in prophecy as well.
The Hopi Indians.
Yeah, correct. So,
and where are they from? They're from Arizona. Where you're going? Where you're heading?
Yeah, interestingly enough. So yeah,
he's going to Arizona now.
Yeah.
Someone told me that you only get 20 hours of StreamYards for free. Is that right, Sammy?
I think so. Yeah.
Like there's some kind of limit.
Yeah, you're limited on how much StreamYard you can have. Yeah, that's right. You only get 20 hours, and then you have to just use YouTube until you can get till it recycles. You only get 20 hours. You only get 20 hours a month. Huh?
Oh, it's
he's already used 9 or 10
per month.
Yeah,
you
get 20,
half his 20
20
is already
hours a
used
month.
in 2 days.
And then once you use it up, see, then you don't have no StreamYards. You got to use YouTube. So,
but Vaughn, isn't that unusual? Really, you made that a very apt point. It appears.
It literally popped in my head just now. Hey, wait a minute! That's the blue Kachina and the red Kachina, and it just now popped in my head.
Yeah, it appears blue, and then it comes in, and
then it comes in red. Yeah, so there you go. Boom, there it is. It's like, oh my God, there it is. It was like a revelation. It's like, oh my God, there it is. So I mean,
wait, the Hopis actually describe this the Kachina thing as living beings that are observing the planet, that are observing humanity. No, they described it as living beings that judge and observe the planet, the human race. They're actually judges.
Yeah, and if this thing is shedding carbon and exhaling carbon dioxide and has its own illumination, it's probably a living being, right? I mean, that would stand to reason.
It's very mysterious and unusual. You can't know exactly what it is.
Yeah, it's you know, and the coincidence is a little bit too large to be coincidence, in my opinion.
It's not.
So we've got one Orthodox Jew, loudmouth, who thinks that the Messiah, the Jewish Messiah no less, is coming to save the Jewish people from who knows what. Maybe from the Gentiles. Because the Gentiles are not quite Jewish, you know? It's the Jews who show the world how to live morally. That's the way they think. Hold on, I'll remove something. And then we got Von Helton himself, who doesn't believe in space. Talking about this 3-eye atlas that's coming from space.
So-called told me, this is what they told me now. This ain't bullshit. This is what they told me. Because I told the experts, I said, well, where I was in Kentucky was 888 feet above sea level. And they said, that's good, except for one thing. And I said, what's that? You need to be higher. He said, you need to be at least 1,500 feet above sea level.
I meant it figuratively. I'm not talking about the
physical stuff.
The pole shift and all that. If you're inland, you're not going to be as much affected by tsunamis.
Right. It'd be mostly the coastline people.
It's not going to be that bad. I mean,
right.
This can trigger the pole shift. It's very highly electromagnetically charged. The same Stefan Burns geophysicist said, this thing is heavily magnetically charged, and it will interact with the sun, and it will cause the sun to lash out, and you'll have higher electromagnetic effects on the planet, which can finally trigger a sort of a pole shift that's going to be sort of spontaneous or like unpredictable, and when it arrives, forget about it.
Right. Well, like I said, I mean, the sun can unleash a Carrington event. The sun can unleash a Carrington event, which would literally wipe out the grids all over the world and leave everybody in darkness. Everyone.
But satellites are already failing. All right. I mean, I have plenty of articles and sightings of satellite failures recently that are mysterious. Okay, but it doesn't have to be a Carrington event. We're already on the edge of a pole shift. Everybody's talking about it. It just needs a sort of a catalyst, a trigger, a sort of like something that will actually, force it. And this thing coming around can actually force a pole shift. And a pole shift, you know what it means? It means worldwide earthquakes, hurricanes, floods, tsunamis, volcanoes, winds, storms for hours upon hours.
Right.
All right. Hours upon hours. It can last for even up to a day. And it'll be very, very sort of like prominent. The whole planet will know something is happening. Something is up.
Midnight Rider says, Sammy's putting me to sleep. I don't know how. He's got a booming voice. How's he putting you to sleep if he's got that booming voice coming in? Whatever. But some people don't like this information, but hey, I like the information. The information is important. We need to know this information, folks. Okay, you need to know what the red kachina and blue kachina are. You need to know about things that are going on in the world, because whether it's real or not, whether it's happening or not, you got powerful people that believe it is happening, like I said, everybody poo-pooed my idea about the destroyer, but then here comes King George, makes a goddamn painting of himself, literally bathed in blood. When somebody does something like that, you got to stand up and take notice. You got to pay attention to that shit, because that's not a joke. That's serious. That's hardcore.
The British, the people, native to England or whatever that have been there for hundreds of years, centuries, are really, really resentful of the monarchy now. They're becoming, Republican and anti-monarch. They're
Right.
anti-monarchs because this king of theirs is actually in support of England becoming Islamic. He's not just about multiculturalism. He actually is defending the Islamic hordes, the Islamic invaders. There are rumors that he actually, secretly allowed the Muslims to be armed, to get hold of, firearms, guns. And nobody in England is allowed to carry firearms. They have very strict, they don't have a Second Amendment. They have anti-firearms legislation that nobody there, no citizen, can carry guns.
That's true.
Barely any of them can carry guns. But all of a sudden, Muslims are popping up with handguns and with rifles.
And AK-47s.
That the king secretly allowed them to be armed.
Yeah. That's entirely possible. It sure is. It's entirely possible. I need to move that over to here, I think.
And he's very Islamic. He does apologetics for the Muslims.
Wow, that's hardcore. That's pretty hardcore when your own monarchy is against you, That kind of sucks. That kind of sucks when your own monarchy's against you. Damn. What do you say to that, right? That's pretty messed up.
But all the scandals, not just the Jeffrey Epstein thing, but the scandals with the royals and Princess Diana dying because she was a witness to the pedophilia. She was a witness to the satanic rituals. She was a witness to their evil, and they got rid of her.
My thinking on the death of Diana was the fact that she had a Muslim child in her belly. I think that's why she ended up dead.
That as well.
So she had a Muslim child in her belly, and see if certain people die, she becomes queen. And then her son, which would be a Muslim, would be allowed to be on the throne. And oh my God, you talk about a mess. That would be a real mess then.
Yeah, but the social engineering that King Charles is engaged in now, in actually supporting the Islamic takeover of the English populace, or not taking them over, but keeping them oppressed, keeping them under basically oppressing them, keeping their freedoms to a minimum, keeping them intimidated. All these laws that they have that if you speak out against the immigrants, you get arrested. This is in Germany. This is in England, in Scandinavia still. This stuff is very oppressive. They don't. They don't have the right to defend themselves. They don't have the freedom of speech, and they're allowing immigrant hordes, invaders, to basically rule over them and have and intimidate them and have complete control over them. And this is all done from the top, They won't obviously they won't surrender their position and their titles and their rule to a Muslim, but they are socially engineering the marginalization of the British native population, the whites. They don't want them having any real political power. They want them marginalized. All right, they won't surrender their throne to a Muslim or to a Muslim bastard baby. That's why they killed Diana. But they want the Muslims. But they want the Muslims marginalizing the whites in Britain. That's their real objective.
It is. Well, it is. The takeover. Like I told people years and years ago, when I seen this happen, I said, Frau Merkel's Trojan horse. Allowing, the Muslims have tried to conquer Europe for thousands and thousands of years. and someone always rose up and stopped them. William the Conqueror, Catherine the Great. I mean, there was always somebody. Vlad Tepes Dracul. There was always somebody that rose up and stopped the Muslims for taking over Europe. And so, what Frau Merkel did, it's more than just treasonous. It's blasphemous. Because I mean, here good people have fought, bled, and died to keep the Muslims out of Europe, and then Frau Merkel just opens up the floodgates and says, "Yeah, come on in." And that was just heinous, in my opinion. I mean, I sit there and I think about that, and I'm like, my God, who would be that dumb and stupid to totally ignore thousands of years of history? And it don't make any sense to me. It just don't make any damn sense to me.
Sense to me, because one of her top co-conspirators, one of the top criminals or sinister actors was the Pope, the previous Pope. Pope Francis was in on it. Together with the World Economic Forum and Klaus Schwab, now no longer the head of the Economic Forum, the World Economic Forum.
Yeah, he's no longer in there.
They don't want a privileged, first world, gaggle of demanding citizens that demand rights and demand freedoms and demand prosperity. They let in the third world, and not just to muddy. I'm being racist, not just to muddy the white population of Europe, but to marginalize it, to knock it many steps down, to basically make people more manageable, to make ruling over them more manageable by making by introducing oppression, by introducing political correctness and oppression. No freedoms, no first world rights. You shut your mouth. You don't get to defend yourself. The Muslims get the guns. The third worlders get the guns. You get nothing. And now they're being very obvious about it. It's very pronounced. It's very conspicuous. You can't call it conspiracy theory. It's just like in your face.
Not anymore. It ain't conspiracy not anymore, because I mean, my God, the Muslims literally have topped up Europe into sections or.
Okay, I need a poll. I'm going to do instead of doing a poll in the chat, I'm going to do a verbal poll. I would like to know, I want to forward Von Helton a little bit, see if somebody else joins in the chat, but just listening to him and Sammy drone on about, I'm not even listening, to be honest. I was wondering if you would like me to move forward, or do you just want to let it run at its current pace? I guess 1 for move, 2 for leave. Yeah, the same with me. Especially, when they start droning on about this crap. Jump forward, ABC, thank you. Oh, I'm going to take that as the leading proposal. Voyager 2, skip, right on. All right. I am going to move along until somebody else arrives. Oh. No. No. Oh, Father J has just arrived. Oh, joy. Okay. Should we take it from here?
Yeah, Sammy, go to J-Dubs. No, he don't want to go to J-Dubs. You don't want to be anywhere around that dude.
Let's invite J-Dubs on the show. We should help him. We should have
no.
I mean,
I was Sam. I was there personally. I tried to help him, and it did me no good. It did me no good to help the man. Okay, I was there in person. I tried to help him. I said, hey man, let's get a plan together. Let's get something, set up so we're not spending so much money.
That's
And he
bullshit
wasn't
because
having
he
none of it.
never
He
said a
wasn't hearing
fucking
none of it.
word
Okay.
to J-Dubs.
He wasn't hearing none of that shit. I gave up. Yeah, exactly. I gave up on the guy. Because, I mean, you know, you can only help a person so much, and then it's time to move the fuck on. And that's what
Everybody seems to think that you know, he's irredeemable, he's unstable, he's toxic.
well, he's toxic and unstable. Yeah, I mean, go watch the videos with me and him in it. I mean, he was
just
verbally.
You know what? Honestly, the vulgarity, I was giving him a pass on it, but like the vulgarity was even beyond what you said, like New York, kind of like rude, vulgar talk.
Correct,
like,
Harry.
That was no excuse. That was like beyond. It was just like very conspicuous. It's like,
Yeah.
why do you want to continue talking such shit about women?
Well, I mean, anybody can go watch the videos and see my facial expression when he started that shit about women, and I mean, you know, obviously I was very distraught over that, and because I don't act that way.
Hey, good morning, fellas. How are you?
Good morning, guys. What's up?
Good morning,
Hi, Joe.
Vaughn. Hey, what's going on, Nate?
But I do not talk to women that way. I don't approve of it, and you know,
no, you never really have towards people in a sexual way. You've
Correct.
had some rather slanderous things to say about women in your past, Vaughn.
Well, I do. Well, I'm vehemently. Well, I
That
am
is Schneider
vehemently against this
handyman.
movement.
Thank you.
I don't make no
I
apology
really
for
didn't
it.
connect the
Gloria
two, even
Steinem
when I
and
read
Jane
it.
Fonda can burn in hell for all eternity. They need to. They destroyed women in America. They absolutely destroyed
Thank you so
them.
much.
There's no doubt of that in my mind. They were common. They were flaming.
I'm in full agreement with Vaughn. I'm in full agreement.
They were flaming communists, and they put forth a communist agenda to destroy women in this country, and they succeeded, sadly. And feminism has absolutely destroyed the women of the United States. I absolutely believe that shit. I absolutely believe it.
Vaughn, have you seen all these videos?
The world's crazy. The world's a crazy place, Vaughn.
Yes,
and
it
it's
is.
only getting crazier every day.
Well,
hey, brother, I've got some advice for you.
Okay? You do?
Yeah.
All right.
I want you to YouTube search car camping. Okay.
Car camping.
Car camping tips.
Yeah.
You realize how many people are out there right now?
Oh, there's a shit ton. You know why?
Bro, making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year off car camping videos on YouTube.
Oh, really?
Yeah, bro, there are people out there, they're getting like 800,000 views per video on just, I mean, young people too. Young.
Yeah.
And they get free fuel as well. I think they get free gas. They get sponsorship.
I've seen those videos.
They get tons of. All right, and my second bit of advice, Juan, is I want you to search a website called coolworks.com. Like cool, temperature, and works.com. And what they offer is seasonal jobs, and you can search your area, and you're going into the winter months. I'm worried about you, bro, being there in Ohio.
Yeah, because it's cold up here. Yeah, it's cold up here. Yes, buddy, it does. It gets cold up here.
So what's your plan? What's your plan, bro?
I have no plan. I'm taking it a day at a time.
I know.
I'm taking it a day at a time.
I just got to say,
Vaughn, don't be stupid. Don't be stupid like John. Don't be stupid like John. John is stupid. John made you aware of the fact that just how stupid.
That's a very good suggestion by Father J, right? What did he say? Car cam? So if you live in your car and you live stream from your car, you can literally incur some revenue that way. It's not a bad idea. I mean, it's better than every other idea that you could think of if you're living in your car. But I guarantee you that even if he looks it up and even if blah, 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 it's going to be too much, Vaughn won't do it because he's waiting for his gods. All right. I will stop and let you listen.
I'll come get you. Regardless, we all knew he didn't have his apartment anymore because he was homeless, broadcasting from his car in McDonald's for 2 weeks before that.
Right.
All right. But here's where John fucked up. John his mouth was writing internet checks that he could not cash.
Right.
He was making that offer for the fucking gaslighting of you, for the internet fame, for the clicks and the views of watch my trolls be mad that I'm willing to bring Vaughn up here.
Right.
And then lo and behold, when you showed up in that truck stop with John in his car right after you arrived, his instant, immediate regret was like, what the fuck did I do? You know, oh my God. So, I mean, you accepted his invitation to come up there and
that's right.
live in a rent-controlled Walmart parking lot right next to him. But you know what? I got to tell you, Vaughn, you look a lot healthier. You look a lot happier.
I do.
Right? And I think, you know what I think it is, bro?
What?
You've accepted the nomad life.
Yeah.
You have just said, fuck it. You know, what happens. Everything else is beyond my control. You know, because I get you, bro. And, you know, welfare is not a federal thing. It is a state thing. It may be funded federally in part, but no welfare or EBT, food stamps. It's a state by state thing. That's why Ohio told you, you know, and I was worried about you filing in New Jersey that, Kentucky might go, ding, there you go. He's up there in New Jersey filing in New Jersey.
Yeah.
You get me, bro?
Yeah.
Because, it is a federal, you know, database, but it is a state by state thing. So I'm worried one day that, you know, Kentucky may go, he's living upstate now.
Yeah. Let me address that. Somebody in the outside chat was talking about the smell. Yeah, let me address the smell. Okay, that brown coat does not smell. I took it to 5 different people. I said, hey, does this coat smell? They said no. Okay, so that's lie number 1. Lie number 2 is he said, I smell. I do not smell. I went up to people, hey man, I got an odor. No. Everybody I talked to, no, you're fine. You know, I went up to this fancy lady even, and I said, hey man, have I got an odor? She said, no, you're fine. Okay, so John flat out lied about that.
Bullshit. Nobody does that. Takes the coat around and, excuse me, do I smell? 5 different people. Bullshit.
No, you know, maybe in his mind he thought I really did smell, but I mean, I talked to several people. You handed him my coat. I've handed him my clothes. You know, he's sitting there lying about the laundromat lady. Said the laundromat lady kicked me out of the laundromat and said my clothes smelled and shit.
Never happened. It broke down the machine because of the smell.
Yeah, well, that never happened. Okay, that never happened. That was a flat out lie. So that's lie number 3. And
exactly
it's just, you know,
what I said right from the beginning. People have always used you for views, John.
Yeah, he wanted views.
All right, G-Man, when he wanted, because let's be honest, when you put Von Helton in that hashtag or that title, it gets the views. Brett Keane always wanted you in because he knows you bring the views.
Right.
Same thing with G-Man.
Okay, be honest now. When you come to my channel to watch a stream or a video, is it because I need to watch something on Sydney Winston channel, or is it, there's Von Helton somewhere and I'm gonna go to that channel? Be honest.
Back and forth, and you guys have talked shit, and it's no different than Brett Keane.
Right.
You know, now you say I'm just like
Brett Keane's actions are a lot more common though, because I mean, you know, it takes me months and years to build up to where I'm going to block somebody. Whereas Brett Keane, he can block you on a dime. I mean, you know, he just, okay, see you, bye, I'm blocking you now.
Thank you,
at least
Harry.
I'm willing to, you know, give it time, you know, but he don't, man. He just, bam, he just nails you. You know?
Bond gives people second chances.
I give second chances. I am
You're well known for it.
I am on record to give people second chances. I'm on record for that.
What really pissed me off about his lies about you, I mean, and you know, I thought I would take his side because, you know, I was with him for longer, and you know, he converted to Judaism, and you know, I took a bias, a liking to him because of his Judaism. But he said that the seat you sat on in the passenger seat, was so dirty and filthy that he cleaned it with industrial soap, and the water was black because of the filth that came out of the passenger seat.
Not true. That's not true.
That was. I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean, White Buffalo is right. Vaughn gives everyone second chances. I mean, hell, look at Sammy right here. 2 weeks ago, he was sitting in J-Dub's stream calling Von Helton the psycho killer from the South.
Psycho killer.
Yeah, Von Helton is the worst piece of shit on earth, according to
J-Dub's convinced. J-Dub's convincing.
Those are your words, Sam.
I know. I agree. I don't pretend not to have said that.
Interesting.
Vaughn was the worst person on the face.
Interesting.
J-Dub's had John had me convinced. I believe
he did. John had him convinced. Yeah, he really did. He had him convinced. Because I mean, John sits there and just hammers away at it. He hammers away at it. Oh yeah, Von's evil. Von's crazy. Von's this. Von's that. And I'm sitting back watching it like, what the fuck's he talking about? I'm not crazy. I don't smell. I'm not crazy. There's nothing going on.
You need to go back and watch Nats and the Pizzas, like little breakdowns of your and John's vehicle escapades there.
Yeah.
And you need to notice how many times when you were looking away from the camera, John would be motioning in the camera like he's crazy. Yeah, fuck John. He's nuts. Whatever. So fuck John.
Well, like I said, I went to several people with my coat in my hand, and I said, "Hey, does this coat smell?" They said, "Absolutely not."
No, wait. That one episode where he forced you to go get a shower in the 24 hour.
They should call him out on that claim that he went to all these people. Fuck, not one person's questioning that.
And everybody I talked to said, "No, you don't smell. You're fine." So I mean, what? Why did he do it? Why did he even do it? I mean, did he do it for views? Did he do it?
Yeah, I think he did it for views.
It must have been, because I mean, like I said, I went to several people and I said, "Hey, man, do I have an odor?" They're like, "No."
He has
you're
repeated
fine.
this. I went to several people.
John was the ultimate relationship troll, and you didn't even know you were in a relationship.
When you've got hand cleaner hanging on the wall near almost every 5 feet, it's not hard to take hand cleaner, put it on a fucking rag, do your underarms,
I do remember the Schneider handyman videos about Vaughn from years ago. I do. So I don't understand what's going on here. I'm confused.
Stream to go. I was at work all day. What did you do? Did you scrub the floors? Did you clean the toilets? Where's my dinner?
But see, that's the thing. That's the thing. Here's the thing. But this is what got me. This is what got him to hit me in the laundromat, is because he's like, "Well, you should know I was at work." I said, "Dude, when you're away from me, I don't know what the hell you're doing. You may have went to work, but work could have told you to take the day off.
So
how am I going to know?"
He hit you in the laundromat?
He hit me. No, if he'd hit me in the laundromat, he'd be in jail right now because there's too many people there. No, he hit me in the car in the parking lot of the laundromat. But yeah, if he'd have hit me in the laundromat, he'd already be in jail because people would have called the police right then. Boom. But yeah, man, that's what got me hit by him. He's like, "Well, you have to know what I'm doing every minute of every day." And I said, "John, there's no physical way I could know what you're doing. It's impossible."
Well, there's one or two scenes in those videos where he's actually in your face yelling at you like you're a battered wife. I mean, and you have your head down, bowed down, and there's like the thumbnail. There's a thumbnail of him like with his mouth open, yelling in your face,
right?
As if like you're like a battered woman or an abused child. That's how, I mean, or like elder abuse. That was that was like very telling. That was like he was abusing you.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to the center stage. It's Katie, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together.
Hey, what are you doing?
Hey, Katie.
What's up, girl? Man, it's probably been about 5 years since you and I have been in a stream together.
I know. It's been a long time.
Been a long time. I hope you're doing good.
I think Katie's taking a shine to me. Have you, Kate? Have you taken a shine to me?
Yeah.
See, there you go. All right. Truth reveals itself, folks.
hey, Vaughn, leave some for the rest of us, mate. Come on.
Yeah, well, there you go. No, I'm going to be stingy. But yeah, man. But yeah, I mean, I don't understand. I don't understand this Vaughn is stinking when, I mean, it doesn't take that long to grab some fucking hand cleaner, put it under your arms, put it in your private area, and move on. How the fuck is that?
Is that what you were doing?
Yeah. That's what a sponge bath is. A sponge bath is where you go into the bathroom. There's hand sanitizer in there too. You just go in the bathroom, pull your pants down, take the hand sanitizer, clean your private area, clean under your arms. Maybe if your face is a little dirty, you might want to scrub it down too, and then move on. That is a sponge bath. That is exactly what a sponge bath is.
You were doing that consistently?
I like that.
Yeah, I always do it. Yeah, that's
I like
what
that
I do.
he goes
That's
to his
exactly
face
what I
last.
fucking do.
First he goes to his crotch.
Well,
and then his underarms.
Show us your hands. Put your hands to the camera and show
my hands are
everyone how
probably dirty
clean they
right
are.
now. I've
Sorry.
been eating chicken. I've been eating chicken, so my hands are probably dirty. Oh yeah, and he freaked out. He freaked out because. Yeah, he freaked out because I was eating something and I put my hand on his dashboard and he absolutely lost his mind. He lost his fucking mind. Oh my God, my car's gonna be filthy. And I said, and I told him, I said, John, are you a germaphobe? He never would answer that, by the way. He never would answer it. And I kept repeating it too. I said, John, are you a germaphobe? Are you a germaphobe? He never would answer the question. But he would, when I
because
touched
it's a
his
dumb
dash,
fucking question.
after eating something, I think it was, he lost his fucking mind, people. He lost his fucking mind. That boy needs help.
His cause is living,
from a real
and
psychologist.
Vaughn's putting his greasy hands all over
somebody
it.
that can sit down and talk to him about his problems and get his shit back together again, because he's messed up. He is bad messed up, and I don't know how to fix it. I mean, I've tried to fix it.
I'll just be very upfront. You two were never meant to be close to one another. You're incompatible as far as personalities when it comes to face-to-face meetups, or God forbid, being forced to live with one another in a car. Right. He said you were in your car, but you spent way too long with him in the car, and you were sleeping with him in the car a few occasions. That was like, no, you slept with him in the car a few times. It was creepy. It was creepy as hell. Yes.
No, I don't.
I don't think I slept with him in the car. I always slept in my car, dude.
No, at the end of every stream,
I don't
John
think I slept in his car.
You need to go get in your own car and go to sleep.
Yeah,
John would fall asleep with Vaughn online. But...
Yeah, John fell asleep a few times.
That's basically what I meant. Somebody was sleeping in the car, and there was streaming going on. It was very creepy. That should never.
Yeah, I agree with you.
That's what he did to his wife Andrea.
I probably should
he'd stream while she was trying to sleep, and then he'd go tell her to go sleep in the car.
Hey, I got a quick question. Hey, Sammy, are you guys still dodging missiles over there, or what?
No, that's pretty much over and done with. It's only in the South. The war is about to end. It's in its final phase. I'd give it like a week or less.
Let's hope so. Let's just for once, let's hope the world can see peace. All right.
Yeah.
No, but I'm telling Vaughn, and I told John, the end of this war, and once we have our hostages back, and the war is officially put to an end, and Hamas is over with, done, and defeated, I'm fully convinced that we're on the verge of something very prophetic happening soon.
Yeah.
Well, I hope so.
Cool, I got you.
I'm ready.
So, hey, Vaughn.
Oh, prophetic. Yeah, that's going to come
goes,
true.
Have you talked to Animal Control down there?
I talked to Charity via email, and she assured me that I can come
Nadia.
get Sharpie anytime
Welcome
zum
Zimmer.
She apparently she does. That's what she told me. She said I can come and get Sharpie anytime I wish. Now I haven't talked to her. I have not talked to her recently. But I mean, I was thinking about giving her a ring here probably today or tomorrow. And so now that I have a working phone, see I tell you honestly, guys, my biggest problem is the fact that I didn't have a working phone. Because, I mean, think about it. If I had a working phone, I could have called all these jobs and found out firsthand whether they had openings or not. I could have called them about, making a resume and all that shit. I could have got all that shit done if my damn phone worked. But my phone wouldn't work.
I'm glad you brought that up. Now that you have a working phone, I want you to download the app Indeed.com.
Indeed?
Yes, Indeed.com. It is a job search app. And bro, all you do is you just fill it out, and then you hit search jobs in my area, and it don't matter, bro. I mean, you could go to work, at McDonald's or Walmart or anything, and Indeed, they will literally come to you. You can't get a job by just sending emails, bro. You know that.
Yeah, I know.
So go to Indeed.com, and I'll tell you what, once you get a job, all right, you better post on there that you found a job, because just recently, because of your trolls, I had to find a new job. All right, so when you get a new job, go on there and tell them you found a new job, because your email will be blowing up 800 times a day.
Right.
So if you don't do that, man, I mean, what's black? I heard you talking about a cousin that can give you a place to park, maybe run an extension cord from there out into your vehicle.
It's got electricity. I can run an extension cord from the car to I could actually set up my computer and plug it in, believe it or not.
Bro, did you bring your monitors with you?
Yeah, I brought everything. I brought my printer. See, that's another thing too. See, that's the bitch about this whole thing with John. He should have kept his damn apartment, because if I'd have went over there, I could have set up my computer, set up my printer. I could have printed out a fucking resume. I could have called all these fucking people. I could have got shit done. I could have had a job. I could have had a job the first fucking week I was there if he'd have had his damn apartment. Because I got
people don't look at printed resumes anymore, bro. They want it in PDF file.
Oh, well.
I
could do that too.
They want it attached to your application.
Right.
Everything's done online.
Everything's done online now. Yeah, I know. I found that out. But I mean, even so.
Wait. That was a delusional mistake you made, because Father Jay here just told you, just as he came into the show, that it was very clear and very apparent that John was living in his car 2 weeks prior to your moving out there, that he gave up.
So
you should just give up on deluding yourself and thinking, if only he held on to his apartment. He wasn't planning on living in an apartment. He was losing his mind.
Yeah, he's losing his fucking mind.
He decided to go live in a car and stay in a car from his previous experience and go nomad or whatever. And now he's got you hooked into that lifestyle.
Yeah.
You are a free roaming nomad, brother.
I am a free roaming spirit.
I want you to go look up that website, coolworks.com.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And it's like campground jobs. It's like what you used to do at your mother's caretaking facility.
Right.
It's just it's maintenance jobs. It's janitor jobs, and a lot of them are seasonal, and a lot of them provide housing.
Oh.
Yes.
But is this going to be some more temporary shit like they get trying to pass off?
Permanent, mate.
Because, you can have a place to sleep, but it's only for a week, and then you got to leave again. I was like, what the fuck, man?
As long as you're there doing your job, they give you a place to live.
Okay.
I want you to search a YouTube channel called Adventure Van Man. And that's all this guy does, is travel around the country working seasonal jobs. But he also films YouTube videos and makes tons of fucking money doing that.
Oh, very well. All right. Hold. All right. Hold that thought. I'll be right back. Okay.
That's very good advice, Father Jay. It's actually kind of like uplifting to see that there's real people out there that really want to help him. I don't know if John really wanted to help him, if he was just using him for views, and he was berating. Yeah, he was berating him and abusing.
How you doing, brother?
He just wanted to control him, I think.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy.
Good.
Hey.
Guess what? It's Father's Day in Australia today, so shout out to all the fathers.
Yeah, happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's thank you to me as well.
Even to you, mate. Even to you.
Yeah.
So, Cisco, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
How's life?
Good.
So, I mean, I'm asking a question. Like, what happened with him and Brett King? All of a sudden, he doesn't want to be called J-Dubs anymore. What happened with him and Brett King? Because he used to run around with Brett King the same way. He ditched him.
Brett King's got borderline personality disorder. So he's...
Oh, yeah, definitely.
High one day, depressed the next day.
Oh, I mean, they're peas in a pod. Wasn't the J-Dubs thing some kind of gay sexual reference? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I grew very wary of his complimenting my looks and complimenting other guys' looks once they came into the show, and it became very strange and very conspicuous. And then I saw some of his hand gestures and his, it's even in the tone of his voice.
The man filmed himself buying a docking station, a two-way pocket pussy, so he and Vaughn could hopefully share it. Hello.
I think John, he sees male clients, because when he first got with Vaughn, he was on the phone like he was trying to get with a woman, and it sounded like it was a guy. Like, I think he sees male clients.
Yeah.
He's trying to hide that.
Yeah, I have a sneaking suspicion. Yeah, I have a sneaking suspicion that's really the case.
So when John was talking about lot lizard, do you think he was actually talking about truckers? Maybe
Probably.
little light-toed truckers coming in looking for some Jewish male companionship?
Yeah, you know what? What was really strange about him, and I think I picked up on it also. I felt sorry for him. You got divorced. It was an ugly divorce. You're out on the streets. You're living in your car. Go get some instant relief. Go get at least a nice Asian massage. I told him, I recommended that to him, and he started acting all weird.
Yeah, there are Asian truckers that you can go out there and massage, I'm sure.
Oh my God.
Oh God.
Like, look at his last wife. The way he treated his last wife was bad too.
Oh please, that was not even a marriage.
J-Dubs
was paid to give her citizenship. I don't give a shit what Todd Malik.
Well, yeah.
Plain and simple. Trust me, girl. I was in New York. You know how many Middle Eastern and Indian men had offered my daughter, you marry my son. You marry my son. Yeah. I give you $25,000. You marry my son. And it was to a point where they were like, you don't even have to live with him. Just take his name. Yeah. It's a crazy thing in New York. It is.
I worked. Wait. I have a story. I worked in New England, in Massachusetts. Is a traveling salesman outside of Home Depot, and I worked with Indian Sikhs, and there was actually, he was having a relationship and living with a really grotesque, disgusting, fat American woman. If you want to talk about smelly and stinky, I drove in her car with her. I was hacking. I was like vomiting. It's beyond disgusting. And this man, he's a skinny, tall Indian man. And he was having a convenient fake marriage with her for citizenship. And
it's all about business, Sammy. That's what it's all about. It's about immigration status of immigrant bank loans. It's all about business. There's nothing beyond that. I tell you what, I worked for 2 Indian men who owned 7 hotels. They were the greatest guys I ever worked for. Very loving, very caring, very friendly. Very family oriented,
but very cheap.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, very, very cheap business-wise. But if you were an absolute 24/7 dedicated employee, oh, you want a week off and go to New York? Here's $1,000. Don't worry about it. Oh, and I'll pay for your rental car. So if you are loyal, yeah, they reward your loyalty. They do.
No, I have nothing against the Indians, but the fact that it was another round of it that he got into. I mean, with his Kuwaiti Muslim wife, I don't know if that was also for citizenship, but then he gets involved with an African Sierra Leone married woman, and he doesn't think it's for citizenship. He thinks it's genuine love.
Please, she was milking that wallet as much as he was wishing she was milking that dick.
Yeah.
Straight up. That's all. He bragged about buying her this, buying her that, spending money on her. And I mean, she's a little hottie to a point,
Right.
according to John. I mean, she ain't the ugliest bitch. But that's all she was doing was milking him for money while she was milking her West African boyfriend or husband's dick. So
yeah, that's disgusting. That's pathetic. If that's what it's come down to in America, I mean, God help them. God help you guys. I mean, that's what it's come down to.
I don't want to bring this up because we've had the recent tragedy with Quasi, but is Solar still around? Like, I heard a bad thing that he might have come unstuck, if you know what I mean. Solar Marshall.
I don't think he's dead. Who said he's dead? Yeah, he OD'd on drugs or something?
No.
Oh, that's just what. That's what. I'll just check him. I'll be serious.
Solar's very quite alive. I spoke to him on Facebook a week ago.
There you go.
All right, good. Well, I was just asking. I'm not hanging shit on him.
Oh, I know. Yeah, no, I got you. So he's done with all the bullshit too. Yeah, he like other people. He's trying to turn his life around too. So, people.
So the thing about Quasi Monkey is that true? Is that actually true?
I don't know. What do you think, Kay?
I don't think so.
A 40 to my homies.
I would never lie. I would never lie on the internet.
No.
Yeah, just like Kenny's still dead too, right?
Yeah. Nate is not allowed to lie on the internet.
All right, I'm back. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I feel much lighter. We got rid of my trash. Got rid of some waste, and I'm back.
So bro, how are you digging 7-Elevens, man?
How am I digging 7-Eleven? Well, 7-Eleven is actually kind of handy.
No shit.
When they have a working bathroom.
I've worked at 4 different 7-Elevens in my life as part-time jobs. I'm an
addict of
7-Eleven. Have you downloaded the rewards app?
I think I did, but I haven't got it installed yet or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
bro,
I think
you
I did
need to
download
install it because every time you go in there, you just show them that little app and you score points. I just last night on the way home from work got a free full large pizza from my app.
Shit.
Oh
shit.
5,000 points.
Oh, yeah.
You get
Yeah.
full large
5,000 points, you get a pizza? Oh my God, that sounds good, man. That sounds real good.
Hey, when you're in your position, brother, you need to download every app because
yeah, I'm finding that out. Yeah.
Look, Jimmy John subs, you download the app, you get a free sub.
Yep, get a free sub. There you go. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, just download the app. Everybody did. Have you downloaded our app yet? I mean, everybody says that. Have you downloaded our app yet? Well, no, not yet. But I mean, I guess I got to. So
because online traffic means money to them, bro.
Yeah, well, it does. And I think a certain somebody whose name starts with a B mentioned this years and years ago that everything was going to go to the internet. And the reason I said it was because Bill Gates had said it before I did. And I was just repeating Bill Gates, and I was putting it out there saying, hey, everything's going to the internet. Everybody get ready because it's all going to the internet. Well, here we are. Everything's on the damn internet. Everything's on the internet.
Was that water drop? Was that water drop still there when you went?
No, the water drop was gone. But it could be gone because somebody used the sink too.
Oh, gravity's a bitch. Well, my friends, it's been good to hang out with you. I'm going fishing. Gone fishing.
You're going fishing? Oh my God!
Sir, I'm going.
Well, that ain't fair. What are you going fishing for, man?
Hey, speckled trout is just popping right now. I caught a 31-inch speckled trout yesterday morning. No, morning before. I had to throw it back. It was too big. So
I'll tell you what.
Who the hell's interested in fishing? I'm certainly not. Anybody else there interested in fishing stories from Schneider Handyman? Let me see if anybody puts their hand up or says a one. But let's see. I'm really not that fond of fishing stories at all.
And Sammy, hey, keep your ass down, man.
Yeah, don't get hit by a missile and shit.
Don't let
Thank you for the well wishes. We're about to turn the corner. Things are going to look up very soon.
Yeah,
I hope so.
You know
I do hope so.
You need to tell old Benjamin Netanyahu to chill the fuck out and stop just blowing up fucking innocent children.
No, once we get
let's just end all the wars. Everybody stop killing fucking kids.
It will end soon.
It will end in a week, he said, I think. Right, Sammy?
Pretty much. I mean, at this rate, we have 40% of the target area under our control.
Whoa.
Gaza City. All right, we're evacuating all of the civilians again, and we're going in very hardcore without any hesitation. We're going to blow up all of the hubs without the people there, without civilian casualties, and we'll get our hostages back. And I have to give props to President Trump. Whatever people want to say about him, he knows that this war, once it ends, it will be to the benefit of everyone, not just our benefit. It'll be to everyone's benefit once this war ends. I mean, I understand Father John's or Father Jay's his sentiments about not seeing any more war, especially in the Holy Land and all the overtones.
For a long time.
Okay.
I understand the religious overtones, but this is a real life, a real world situation. We can't be intimidated. We can't have this go on continuously, where we're threatened with having hostages taken, with having our women raped, our children massacred. That's not going to happen anymore. I mean, that's ending. When that ends, then things will change, not only in the Middle East, not only in the Holy Land. It will change in the whole world. I am guaranteeing you, things will turn around, and very monumental things are on the way. They're down the pike.
You know what pisses me off about the media? Here's what pisses me off about the media. When October 7th happened, the media refused to talk about because the mainstream media refused to mention the fact that American women and German women were also raped and killed by these sick motherfuckers. And the mainstream media refused to fucking report on that shit. Damn on the mainstream media for not mentioning the fact that Americans and Germans were raped and killed on October 7th. Wow. You guys, every one of you motherfuckers need to lose your jobs, and you need to get demoted or whatever the fuck. Something needs to happen.
Wait. No, beyond that. Wait. The worst rub of it all is that they once they raped them, gang raped them, and beat them, and broke their bones, and twisted their legs, and broke their arms. A lot of them, while they were
Stop. Am I listening? Am I hearing them? I switched off their sound.
Wait. The worst part of it all is that once they raped them, gang raped them, and beat them, and broke their bones, and twisted their legs, and broke their arms.
Got people like fucking Peter and fucking Nick Fuentes defending these sick fucks. Hey, Stu Peters and Nick Fuentes, wake the fuck up, man. They were burning Americans alive. So just wake your fucking ass up. That's so sickening. So sickening. You know, I admit I'm not the biggest supporter of Israel, but I'm also support Muslim terror either. Holy fuck, man! Are you guys stupid?
I have a question.
Motherfuckers are stupid. Wake your fucking ass up. Stupid.
I have a question.
Hey, Yvonne, we've got a question.
Go ahead, ask me the Cisco. Go ahead. What do you want to ask me?
October I thought that was me with the audio issues.
17th.
So.
Yeah. October 7th. October 7th.
Yeah.
October 7th.
Israel has the most fortified border in the world, technology-wise.
Right.
Most fortified. Tell me, how could the most fortified
I'm a little curious about
allow a third world people to parachute in, come in, kidnap, kill, and then take hostages back to Gaza?
Right.
You know what that's called? That's called a Trojan horse.
Yeah, that's called that's called a stand down. That's called a security stand down.
No, that's called Israel government letting it happen.
Oh, come on. Now they're going to go talk Israeli, Gazan, Middle Eastern geopolitics with Von Helton as the main historian in charge. I don't know. I don't know about that. But I do want to tell you that my Discord room is open. As you can tell, I'm in there. Nadia's in there. And if you'd like to join, the link is pinned at the top of this chat. You're all welcome. And maybe we can get something more interesting going than listening to this nonsense, right?
That's secular oriented. That's
they're directly, the left wing in Israel is directly tied to Rothschild. I mean, there's no question. It's directly tied to Rothschild.
Well, I explained to you and John in a previous recording and a previous a question that was similar. This is where you have, it's not even a nuance, okay? We're having issues with our ruling elites here, our deep state, that rule over us through the judiciary, through our Supreme Court, and through our legal system. And it's very apparent now, it's not even, the majority of the people here realize who betrayed us and who allowed for the security stand down, who
individuals, I'll be back. Who
coordinated with the Egyptians, who coordinated with the Qataris, who coordinated with the American CIA, with the organization.
I think I'm going to take a advantage of Von Helton's not being there to silence everybody else, because I'm not gaining any value from what they're talking about. I'm not learning anything more about Von. He's not sharing his plans with us. You know, it's the same old thing. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Why am I hearing feedback?
The whole idea that Rothschild was somehow bankrolling Israel is kind of not really done very well by the fact that Rothschild was like the only MP who voted against the Balfour Declaration. Oops.
Yeah, we'll get to it. But I'm just wondering whether we want to just go from Von Helton and just, like, I don't know what else we can glean from this, and just go to Discord chat and invite people in and have a laugh or two.
Yeah, that sounds like a reasonable idea.
Yeah. I want to. Oops.
Noise suppression back.
I need to get the opinion of everybody in the chat, if there's anyone left. What do you guys think? You want to move to Discord and see how that works out as a change? Maybe we can talk about Von Helton, but I'm just sick and tired of just listening to him. To be honest, look, Sammy is just talking. And I don't think anyone in their chat is very happy about it. When Vaughn comes back, I can almost guarantee that he's just going to repeat the same talking points that he's been repeating throughout the stream.
Oh, for sure. I mean, when I don't really know anything, they don't have a great deal of variety of points to bring in, just apart from like whatever they kind of farting out of a vacuum or whatever.
Yeah, it's exactly. It's hot air, the repeat of the same hot air over and over and over again. So I'm going to do this. I am going to say I'm not seeing any activity in the live chat. Maybe I don't know if you can even hear me.
Whatever they kind of farting out of a vacuum.
Wow, there's quite the lag. Yeah, but they can hear me. So what I was thinking of is ending this little stream. What's going on here? God damn it.
I'm flexible. Like, however you want to do your thing, I can roll with it.
Yeah, no, I want to go to the Discord. I think it'll be way more productive, and really more of where I want this channel to go anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to collect people who think like me in terms of the existence question. There's not many, but there are some, and I want to unify and promote.
Which existence questions?
What?
Which existence questions?
Yeah, like energy is fundamental. End of story.
I mean, that's kind of physics.
There's no God is impossible. God does not exist. Never will. Never has. Cannot. All that kind of stuff. That's what I want to push.
How much do you want on the gun part?
Yeah. So I am going to.
I'm also convinced that the Muhammad, Jesus, Moses, David, Abraham.
No, I'm not even concerned. It's got nothing to do with the scriptures, the Bible. Nothing to do with books. Nothing to do with religion. Nothing to do with anything. It's just the existential question. In other words, energy is eternal. Energy is fundamental. That's where you start. It's axiomatic. And then take it from there. Okay. Basically leave your Bible at the, outside the door.
I mean, there's History Valley. I don't know if you've seen them on. They've been doing some...
History Valley, yeah, I've watched a few things. A very good channel. I like it. Do you think it's worth doing reactions to History Valley?
Absolutely. Yeah. It's, they proved that the Torah wasn't even written till probably the, I guess, late 200s. So, like the low 200 numbers.
You're talking about the which Bible are we talking about here?
Hebrew Bible.
Okay, I don't know. There must have been some Hebrew stuff before that, because there was Hebrew stuff during the Romans.
Well, the Romans were around
Doesn't matter. There was still Hebrew stuff around. Before the Romans.
They trace it to interactions with Alexander's Diadochi. And they also have earlier things before Alexander.
Yeah.
They call Yahwism because it was, I guess, was different enough from something we would recognize as Judaism that they think it deserves a different name.
Okay.
Like the Yahwehs at Elefanti. I guess the island in between, I think, the second and third cataracts in Egypt.
Yeah.
Had I guess the old school Yahwehs still in communion with.
Exactly, Harry. Nothing to do with religion at all. No, what I mentioned was that I'm not interested in religion. I don't care. It's got nothing to do with anything. I'm interested in reality. And the reality is that energy is eternal. It's fundamental. It's axiomatic. And that's where we begin, with the axiom that energy is eternal. And we take it from there. We start our discussions, and we start our researches and our hypotheses and whatever. We started from that point. I don't see any reason to nitpick about religions for any reason. The fact is, if God is impossible, then the religions will catch up in their own time.
I think it's like an actual struggle ongoing. So, for instance, the Christo-fascists are taking over the United States, and you're not safe in Canada because the Rust vote of the hyper Christo-fascist Opus Dei.
I'd rather have a macro outlook on the whole philosophy, on the whole concept of energy being fundamental, and it being universally understood, accepted, and because there is no way to there's no rational reason to try and debunk it, because it's self-evident.
Well, the Christo-fascists are meeting with your prime minister to, I guess, orchestrate the rollout of Christo-fascism in Canada. So,
listen, the prime minister's only going to last so long. And then the conservatives will come in. There's going to be a conservative uprising against this Islamofascism, and the conservatives will come in and just clean the place up. They'll say, Pierre Polivar, or whoever the conservative guy is going to phone up Donald Trump and say, Don, how did you do it? And that's it. We'll clean up Canada. Get all those unwashed, unwanted, non-Canadians out. And when I say non-Canadians, I'm talking about what's up here.
Yeah, I think the Christo-fascist nexus is kind of a little bit tougher of a nut to crack than that.
What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm not really following. To be honest, I'm not really following what's going on.
Well, conservatives are generally pretty happy to play footsie with, and a lot of times even just kind of do the bidding of the Christo-fascists.
Yeah.
And therefore, they're not just the Christo-fascists themselves.
Yeah.
Because the Christo-fascists are, I guess, a wing of the conservatives and all that, right? So, right. I mean, Harper, for instance, right? So, I mean, not a whole lot to worry about with the Islamofascism.
Yeah.
Because they, just not the right part of the world for them. But plenty of Christo-fascists, even in Canada.
Yeah.
I mean, for instance, the whole latter rain bit that the New Apostolic Reformation came out of. Well, it came out of Canada.
The what? Apostolic what?
Latter rain. That the New Apostolic Reformation came out of. Amy Semple McPherson, Canadian, right?
I have no idea what you're talking about, to be honest with you.
And Amy Semple McPherson was a charismatic preacher in the early 1900s.
Never heard of her.
the latter reign was 1944, though. That's where the, I guess, pre-New Apostolic Reformation people decided that they were going to use basically spy tactics to go and take over churches or whatever that they wanted to flip into their bizarre progressive fascist nonsense.
Okay, I'm going to end the stream and start a new one.
Okay, I can stick with you.
It's going to just cut out for a bit.
All right, I can. I guess I'll watch the live chat while once I can bring up the new live stream.